is you run a successful business, but you learn that one of the suppliers uses child labor to produce their goods. Switching suppliers would significantly increase your costs and possibly drive you out of business. So the question is, what is the responsibility of businesses in ensuring ethical practices in the supply chain?
Well, I must say that this is truly one of the hardest dilemma I have heard of. So my take is that while I am certainly not an advocate of child labor, I'm not a fan of that. Cutting the supply chain and potentially ruining the life of not only my family but also hundred thousands of my workers would be even worse. So uh, to be honest, I think that the responsibilities of companies is, I mean, of course, we have to strive a balance in both, the ethical and the income, in a sense that the ethical aspect, uh, of course, there shouldn't be any child labor, and all the workers should always, you know, the companies should, the suppliers should provide the workers good health care, and they always, they need to be in a good physical and mental health, like they have a healthy mind and body. And secondly is the income, I mean, if the income gets slightly reduced, but then I can save a lot of children, then I would go for that route. But I mean, it's still a very hard dilemma. So that's kind of what I think. That, like, uh, yeah, the businesses shouldn't work with suppliers and other parties who are utilizing not only unethical but also like unethical methods such as child labor. How do you balance profit and ethics in business decisions?
Well, I think, honestly, I think this is a very tricky question that we need to consider about about making businesses. We need to consider about the profits that it's bring out, and also the moral beliefs that those business need to consider about. Like, you know that all of them, like, so you know that um the ethics in businesses is one of the most important, one of the most essential elements, that because it can like polish the image of the business of the company, and also it can like build up like some of the trust for the customer. Why it is quite difficult, because we need to balance those, the profits and the ethics. I think that we should prioritize the ethics, and then we can like gradually increase the cost of the products, if it's more ubiquitous and more familiar with consumers. And like, if we bring out the truth for the customers, they will choose you and using your products, um using the business products more, and it will bring the profit out, like it will increase the profit, of course, and it can also have, like it will can also be more popular with a good like reputation. Yeah. So, what are the potential consequences of either decision for your business and the broader community?
Well, the answers in questions one should have been in questions three, but nevertheless, I think that is a very difficult dilemma because, on one hand, while I feel a responsible I feel responsible in serving these children who are getting who are being exploited. I also can't just completely cut off the supply chains without any backup plan or any alternative. Because it will not only directly affect the livelihood of my family, but also hundred potentially maybe like thousands of families of workers and people related to my company. So if I were to, as I say, cut off the chain, it's the risk would be really high, and it's, as I said, it can destroy a lot of lives. On the other hand, if I choose to, you know, cut off the chain immediately, I can save a lot of children from being exploited and abused in a factories environment where their health and mental health aren't being aren't checked and aren't, you get my point. So not only can I help those children get out of that situation, but also from what I see is that it can also help to promote and polish the image of my companies. Sounds unethical, I know, but it's a win-win. It's like a free advertisement, if I were to be honest. Uh, However, I would say that to cut off the supply chains immediately would be would be too much. It would damage a lot of aspect in life. Uh, so there says that's the kind of outcomes that I can think of. So on to justice versus mercy. You are a judge in a case where a young person has committed a serious crime, but shows genuine remorse and has the potential for rehabilitation. How do justice and mercy sometimes conflict in legal decisions?
So actually, you know that I think that justice and mercy is always being conflict. Like whatever it is a like it whatever is a legal decisions or the normal decisions in our daily life, it's always conflicts, and we know